Hello guys and welcome to new video of your Python and API development course. In this video, we will set up our endpoint for redirection of our URL. So till now, we have set up our base app, we have set up our database, and now what we will do is we will set up an endpoint in which we will set that if we have a special key, we can redirect this special key to any other website, right? So let's get into it. How we will do this. So let's just define a get request app.get, and then what I can say here is let's say hello, and I would say let's define a function here, a sync def, and then what I'm trying to say is let's define this function name as okay hello I've already used, so I'll say a new function and it's taking nothing. Okay, what I want to do is if I use this URL, this particular URL, then I would be redirected to any other URL. For that, what I need to do is I need to import from fast API dot responses import redirect response. And what I can say is if anyone tries to access this endpoint, return what we need to return, redirect the response. So redirect the response to where? To a URL, okay? And this URL should be 9ai.in website. And then what you should do is status code, okay? So status code I need to give here is 302, okay? Now I'll save this and we'll see that how it is working. Let's run our server. So our server is running on localhost 8000 port. And if I open my server, it is saying fast API. Hello, fast API button. Okay. So now what is the URL of this endpoint? It would be and a hello at the end, right? Okay, so what will happen if I run this particular URL on my browser? First, what I need to add here is https colon, right? This to make this a URL. And then I can save this and I can go here. I can say, okay, so this was my base URL. And what if I add a hello at the end? See, I have been directed to the 9AI's website. What I did was, this was my local host setup, right? And this was my endpoint. But what I did was, if I tried to access this endpoint or I generated a get request using my browser to this particular endpoint, it redirected me to the 9AI's website URL, or I mean this URL. So this is how the redirection of URL work, but how will we use this to basically generate special or special key URL? That is how we will use this to generate a special type of URLs. What I can do here is I can say that rather than making it a hello like this, what I can say is I can put it inside this colon. So now it is a variable. Hello is a variable. Okay, and what I can write here is this hello is a string, right? This hello is coming from my URL. So now whenever I post any use a get request, any get request where this can be hello or even it can be hi, this hello value. So let's just not use hello here. I can use special key here, and this special key I'll go here. So if I have this special key, it can be hi, it can be hello, anything, right? What I am doing here is I will say that if this special key is equals to, let's say, hi, then you need to redirect to 9AI's website. Okay. But if this special key is, if a special key is equals to, let's say, hello, then you need to go to google.com. Okay. I'll just copy this return value and I'll paste this here and I'll say http google.com, and if anything else is there, then what you can do is you should redirect it to my localhost. Okay, so I'll say this and redirect it to my localhost. Okay, like this. Now I'll save this. So what am I actually doing is I'm using this special key as a query parameter. Okay, I'm using this special key as a query parameter rather than, okay, application startup is complete. Rather than defining it statically, I am using dynamic values for this. It is also kind of a query parameter. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll just type my localhost address. I'll press enter and you can see it is this. What if I try to write hi here? It is redirecting me to the 9AI's website, right? Okay, so let's just go back here and write hello here. It is redirecting me to google.com. And what if I write anything else? Let's say just write /kdp and put an enter here. It is redirecting me to my localhost. So that's how redirection of URL works. Let's just get to it that how it is working. So what I did was I used this fast API.response module and I used this particular class redirect response. Now what I did was I defined a get request endpoint which takes a special key, okay, which takes a special key as a string. Okay, and where does it get this special key string from? It encodes it or it takes it from the URL itself. So if my URL is localhost or base URL /hello, then the special key value is hello. If it's /hi, then the special key value is hi, or anything after slash is my special key. This particular syntax defines this. And now what am I using is I'm using this special key to basically define different types of cases. What we will do is we will basically define this particular endpoint to use this particular endpoint to use the special key to redirect to particular URL. Now we have our special key stored in our database. We also have this URL stored in our database, right? So what we will do is we will get the special key in this particular endpoint. We will verify this special key is in our database or not. If it is present in our database, we will use the URL stored in the database to redirect the response towards it. So now whenever anyone will try to use our endpoint with a particular special key, they would be redirected to the URL that is stored in our database or in to the original URL. So right. So let's just what I'll do is I'll open LinkedIn here. Okay. And to show you the basic working of the special key and how basically I wish to use this. So it is opening my LinkedIn. Okay. Basically what I'll try to do is that if I use a URL something /kdp, right, base URL /kdp, then it should redirect it to my LinkedIn. So now this is a personalized URL for me. See, /kdp, Kaustubh Dutt Pandey, it's my name. Okay, /kdp, it's a special URL. Now it is redirecting to my particular LinkedIn. So that's how we use redirection of URL. Also, the URL will be shortened in itself, because my LinkedIn URL might be a big URL, but now it would be shortened it to base URL slash KDP. So I'll just open my profile, and this is my LinkedIn URL. So I'll take this. What I will do here is, if special key is, let's just change one response here. If the special key is equals to KDP, what you should do is you should redirect it to this URL or my LinkedIn. See, now this is a big URL, right? Comparatively big URL. And what I am using as my URL is just base URL slash KDP. Yeah. First, let me check. No, it's not saved, so I will save this. Now, if I slash KDP, I write and I press enter, it's a small URL comparative to this LinkedIn URL. It's a personalized URL for me, and it has redirected me to my LinkedIn. So that's how redirection of LinkedIn or redirection of URL works in Fast API. Now, in the coming videos, what we will do is we will use this particular endpoint, and we will define a particular endpoint to basically store the data in our database and basically get the data from our database, and we will use this both technique to basically implement and use special key to redirect to a particular URL. I hope you guys understood this. Happy learning.